Okay, we have our first report out for the first week of January. It's going to cover the time period from 2024 to January 6, 2025. The yellow, if you're new here, the yellow represents the previous year and the blue represents the current year. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Our first category is on new listings. Now, the report for new listings is stating that there was a 0.6% increase this year versus last year. So last year in 2024, the first week of January, we had 2,769 listings. This year for January 2025, the first week, we have 2,785. So it's just a little bit of an edge. It's not a big, huge gap in terms of listings. Now let's go to the next category. The next category we have is pending listings. Now, pending listings, we are down 23.1%. And as I explained, pending listings is when the home is actually under contract and is pending, waiting to close. The lender is trying to get all the information together so that the person who's under contract can close on their home. So pending listings is actually down. So last year, the first week of January, we had 1,666 pending listings. This year, we're down. We have 1,281 pending listings. That's a negative 23.1%. So we are down, we are declined when it comes for pending listings. The next category is going to be off-market listings. Now, last year, we had 1,673 for the beginning of the year off-market listings. This year, we have 3,596. It's a huge increase. It's 114.9% increase. It's way above the levels of 2024. The next category that we have up to date is going to be our closings. Now, closings, of course, is when you actually get to the title company, all your paperwork is in play, and then the lender sends everything over so that you can go ahead and close on your new home. So closings for the first week of January this year versus last year is actually up just by a little bit. It's 7.6%. Last year in 2024, the first week of January, closings was at 1,311. This year, January 2025, the first week closings are at 1,410, a gain of 7.6%. Now let's go ahead and go to our next category, which happens to be showings. Showings is when you actually go out and you tour the properties. Last year in January, the first week, we had 35,691 showings. This year, the first week, we only had 29,794 showings, which is a negative of 16.5%. So showings are actually down in comparisons to last year, the first week of January. Now let's come down to our final two categories. We have listing views and open houses. So listing views were actually up a little bit at 13.0%. So last year we had 8,267,448 listing views versus this year we've had 9,341,860 views. Again, that's a gain of 13.0%. And then finally, our open houses. For open houses and in-person and virtual, we had a total of 5,381 open houses that were held. So until next week, we'll see what the market is doing in terms of improving those numbers for our weekly activity report. So I'll see you then.